This is Jenna Burt, host of the Confessions of a Military Spouse podcast. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hello, my friend. It's Julianne Candia, the host of Rewritten. A new week, a new day full of blessings and joy, I hope. I think that this is a season of grief, a season of uncertainty, a season of slowing down the pace, and I think that it can cause a lot of frustration or anxiety in the unknown. I really just hope and pray that you are finding the joy. You are seeking out the blessing, that you're reminding yourself that there's a lesson in every part of life, that life is happening for you, not to you. That is a quote from Tony Robbins. He's amazing. And I just hope that your self-care, maybe that's something you do right now, is give yourself a self-care gut check. How are you doing? How is your sleep? How is your nutrition? How is your water intake? How is moving your body, right? How is your mindset? Really think about those things. For me, it's a constant work in progress. You're not at the arrival. I have to course correct all the time. I have to really evaluate and think, okay, if I'm feeling like I'm struggling with this is what I need to do to work on myself, because healthy is for life. Wellness is for life. That is something that we need for life. We need positive, happy, healthy, fulfilling relationships. We need that relationship with ourselves as well. We need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. So this past weekend, we went completely off the grid of no Wi-Fi, no signal. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I don't think I've ever done that before. Maybe no signal, but not the no Wi-Fi thing. No phones, no TV, nothing. We were in this lake town in the mountains. Is pretty phenomenal. We went tubing, and let me tell you what kind of tuber I am. It is go as hard and as fast and as crazy as you can and try to flip me off this thing. So my body was definitely sore, but I was having such a good time and such a blast. I attempted water skiing for those of you who can do it. I know it'll click. I don't know, something just wasn't clicking. I was up for a little bit, but anyway, not even a little bit, like a second. And we played pickleball. If you've not played pickleball, oh my goodness, it was so much fun that I want to join a pickleball league someday. And we played can jam, cornhole, I call it bags, and we just were active and the conversation was lively, and it just felt so good to just be present and try new things and explore and just be in the moment. So friend, I hope that's a friendly reminder of what is something new you can learn or do during this time of quarantine. And I think it was just really good and healthy for me to just take a moment to unplug and just be still. And I definitely learned a lot during that time. I've been very inspired by a lot of my teammates. I mentor women. I mentor them not just with fitness and nutrition, but I mentor them in mindset and more choices. I sincerely just want women to do whatever it is that they want to do and be more present with the people they want to be present with, to make a difference, to empower other people, to celebrate other people, to notice other people while getting in the best shape of their life. I want women to make self-care a priority, and I just want them to be able to call the shots. And I was listening to my friend Amy. She started her business when she lost her baby girl Indy, and she has built her business walking grief. And I've actually noticed some other teammates that are walking in the midst of grief right now, and it just inspired me to tell you that you can show up in grief. You can show up when it's painful. And she said it's so important to keep showing up for yourself. You've got to do whatever is healthy for you. And she said that you need to work through those fears. Trust that process. Knowing what is your hard, and then knowing what's on the other side of that. She said it could either be your excuse or your reason. She didn't need more judgment about her daughter and the decisions that they had to make in her illness. She just needed more compassion and support and love. And I think that's really good to think about of who you're surrounding yourself with. Are you surrounded with judgment and criticism, or are you surrounded by support and love? She said, everyone is blessed with a story. Everyone is blessed with a story. And it's yours to share it and tell it. Be your own advocate. Be your own advocate for your health. It's so easy to give reasons why you can't and you shouldn't, or this or that. You've got to be your own advocate, because at the end of the day, it's your own choice. Be your own advocate for the friends that you have and the support that you surround yourself with. Be your own advocate for your dreams. It starts entirely, it starts with you. It's entirely up to you. And thinking about working through fears are not your reality. I was just talking to someone, she's joining our team. I'm so excited for her. She's a teacher. It is such an uncertain time for teachers. Being a former teacher, I just can't imagine virtual learning, and maybe some of you loved it and maybe some of you it's been really hard. Either way, it's a change, and change can throw you off your game a little bit. I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine going into this fall not knowing, not seeing your kids, or having to go virtual for part of the time and just not knowing. No one knows how to navigate this. This is all new to every single one of us, right? And she is wanting to earn extra income, but she's also wanting to work on her self-care. And I think that's so beautiful and in such an uncertain time, because it's super easy to just not. Anyway, our fears are not our reality. Something that was hesitant and nerve-wracking to her was that the social media aspect of, I'm not used to sharing and telling my story on social media. I'm afraid of failure. And that was my advice, is just like, that's not your reality though. In your head, you've made it a reality, but it's not. These fears are so small, but we make them so big. No one can take away the results that you get. No one can take away the transformation that you have. When you continue to work on yourself, no one can take away how much better that feels, that you're being an advocate for yourself. That if someone cannot support you wanting to support other people be healthier and happier, that's on them. Right? So our fears are not our reality. I hope they don't become your reality, but I don't think that we can live that way anticipating that they will. For some people, their fear did become their reality. And I'm watching people walk through that, but I'm watching them walk through that by still showing up for their self-care. Being an advocate for themselves and still mourning and crying and hurting and in so much pain, where I just am in awe of how they're showing up, walking grief. Their greatest fear did become their reality, but so many of us are creating our fears to be our reality that we're not even walking. And here are these people that it did become their reality and they're still going. They're walking while so many other people aren't. And it hasn't even happened to other people. So friend, what fears are becoming your reality? Are you afraid to do something that would set your soul on fire? I remember my friend, she texted me and she said, I think I want to take a jiu-jitsu class. What do you think? First of all, I've never taken a jiu-jitsu class. I've taken taekwondo. But you want to know what I said to her? Go for it. Why not? At least you'll know. She was so scared and nervous. She had the time of her freaking life when she did it. And now she knows. If she didn't have the time of her life doing it, then she knows. Our fear holds us back so often. There are so many women who I think would let me mentor them and want to have more choices in life, become a Beachbody coach. It's amazing. It's so incredible. Or whatever it is that they want to do, but they don't because of real fears that they have that aren't a real reality. And it's so sad because we hold ourselves back from truly living. We hold ourselves back from feeling. We hold ourselves back from experiencing because we don't know what's on the other end. But can you trust yourself enough that you'll work through it? Can you believe in yourself more than your fears? Can you bet on yourself more than the things that are holding you back? Be your biggest advocate. You know what's best for you, and you've got to really decide, am I holding myself back from an unreal fear? I guess it's a real fear, but it's not a real reality. Maybe that is the one thing that is getting in your way to having a totally beautiful choices, laughter, experiences, memories that are built. You've got to make that decision. What is your hard and what is on the other side of it? Or what is a potential hard and how do you just keep moving anyway? I think we're so afraid of failure. We're only guaranteeing that by doing nothing. So friend, during this time of uncertainty, there's a lot of people that are just choosing to walk through it. Forged by fire, let's go. Stop holding yourself back. You're not doing yourself any favors or any life by doing that. I hope this finds you some comfort and encouragement to just go for it. And at the end of the day, you're going to look back and think that wasn't as scary as after all. I think about that with all the risks we've taken. They were so much scarier before we actually took the risk. It was before the unknown, right? Or in the unknown. Friend, thank you so much for listening. I'm so appreciative. If you could follow me at Julianne Condia, tag me, upload this, screenshot it. I want you to live a life on your own terms, and it's doable. You're capable. You can do anything. I hope you have the best day. Until next time.